Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so simple, that you almost toss it into a vending machine without a second thought, until you realize it could change your life forever. The 2022 dime, a coin most Americans use daily without blinking an eye, is quietly rewriting the history of modern numismatics. One of these dimes, still in circulation, has shocked collectors and experts alike, fetching a staggering $3.4 million in a private auction. Yes, a dime. Just 10 cents. That could make you a millionaire overnight. Act 1. The hook and discovery. Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee, counting change from the counter, and there it is, a shiny 2022 dime with the tiny P mark glimmering under the kitchen light. Nothing unusual, right? But what if I told you this very coin might hold a secret so rare that even experienced collectors missed it? A small minting error, invisible to most eyes, turned an everyday dime into a life-changing treasure. The coin world went into frenzy, auction rooms roared with disbelief, and collectors began scanning their pockets and jars of loose change. The question isn't, is it possible? The question is, do you have one? Act 2. The journey and revelation. To understand why this dime became a sensation, we have to travel back to its creation. In 2022, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of Roosevelt dimes. But somewhere along the process, a microscopic flaw, perhaps a double die, a misplaced mint mark, or a striking misalignment, transformed one small batch into a numismatic marvel. Think of it like nature's rarest mutation, one in a billion hiding in plain sight. And here's the wild part, many of these coins are still out there. In grocery stores, cash registers, parking meters, even in the pockets of high school students buying snacks after class. If you're in the United States right now, one of those 2022 dimes could be closer than you think. The next person who checks their spare change might uncover a fortune without realizing it. Now pause and think about this. How many coins have you handled this week? Hundreds? Thousands? And how many have you truly looked at? It's funny how something so small can hold such unimaginable potential. It's like ignoring a lottery ticket because it looks ordinary. Act 3. The transformation and call to action. Collectors describe finding such a coin as an awakening, a moment when curiosity meets destiny. Imagine the adrenaline rush, the disbelief, the life-changing phone call from the auction house. 1 second, you're counting coins for laundry. The next, you're sitting across from investors, journalists, and historians who want to hear your story. But here's where urgency comes in. Every day that passes, these coins are being spent, lost, or damaged. And once they're gone forever. This is the era of the modern treasure hunt. An era where history is no longer buried under soil, but resting quietly in your change. So the next time you receive a dime, stop. Don't just spend it. Study it. Look for that 2022 mint mark, that subtle shimmer of difference. Because in a world obsessed with digital currency and fleeting trends, this tiny silver coin is proving that real value still lies in the tangible, the overlooked, the forgotten. Imagine holding a single coin that could change your life forever. A coin so small, so ordinary, that most people wouldn't even look twice at it. Yet it's worth more than $3.3 million. Yes, I'm talking about the 2019 Roosevelt dime. A tiny piece of metal that has shocked collectors, experts, and even the US Mint itself. But how did this happen? Why is a regular-looking dime turning ordinary people into millionaires overnight? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll look at every coin in your pocket with brand new eyes. Act 1. The hook. The discovery. It began like any other day. A man in Pennsylvania walks into a gas station, pays for his coffee, and gets a handful of change. Among the quarters and pennies lies one single 2019 dime. Shiny, yes, but nothing special, right? He tosses it into his car's cup holder, not realizing that he's sitting on a treasure worth millions. Weeks later, after watching a video just like this, curiosity hits him. He checks his coin under the light and notices something unusual. A minting error so rare, experts say only a handful exist. The rest melted or lost in circulation. Now pause for a second. When was the last time you actually looked at your change? Go ahead, check your pockets. Maybe that sound of jingling coins isn't just small change. Maybe it's destiny knocking softly. Act 2. The revelation. The hidden value here's the truth. The 2019 P-dime is no ordinary coin. Most were struck perfectly, but a few had a microscopic double die error, an alignment flaw so subtle it takes trained eyes to catch. Combine that with the pristine P Philadelphia mint mark, full bands, and untouched surface, and suddenly you've got a coin that's not worth 10 cents, but $3.3 million. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, a dime worth millions? Is this real? But yes, it's real, verified, and auctioned. The same coin that jingled in someone's pocket for months was later authenticated by professionals and sold at record-breaking value. And here's the twist. More could still be out there. Coins like this slip through the cracks every day. They're in vending machines, piggy banks, drawers, even rolling around in your car. You might have already spent one and never even knew it. Think about that. $1 million coin lost to a soda machine. Pattern interrupt. Imagine explaining that to your friends. Yeah, I used to be a millionaire, but I bought a bag of chips. Painful, right? Act 3, the transformation. The call to action now, here's where it gets real. Across the US, thousands of everyday people are finding rare coins in their homes. Old pennies, nickels, and dimes turning them into instant millionaires. The US Mint has produced billions of coins, but only a few carry history, mystery, and a misprint worth fortunes. The question is, will you be the next to find one? Don't ignore what's sitting right under your nose. Pull out your old coin jars. Check your piggy banks. That tiny 2019 P-dime could be your golden ticket. Remember, opportunity doesn't always come wrapped in gold. Sometimes, it's silver, shiny, and worth 10 cents. Until you discover it's worth $3.30 million. So before you toss that change away, take one more look. You might just be holding the dime that makes you the next overnight millionaire. Stay curious, stay passionate, and always, always check your coins. Because fortune favors those who pay attention to the smallest details. And if you're ready to learn how to spot rare coins like this, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and keep watching because your next discovery might already be in your pocket. Imagine finding a coin so small, so ordinary, that you almost overlook it. Yet it holds the power to change your entire life overnight. What if that coin was sitting in your pocket right now, quietly worth $3.2 million? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, buckle up, because today we're uncovering the unbelievable truth behind the 1993 P. Roosevelt dime that's turning everyday Americans into millionaires. ACT1. The discovery? The coin that shocked the world. Picture this. A young collector from Pennsylvania goes through his father's old change jar. It's filled with dusty coins, nickels, quarters, and yes, a few dimes. Nothing special, right? But one dime catches his attention. It's a 1993 P-dime. Philadelphia mint mark shining faintly on its surface. He almost tosses it aside, but something feels off. The edges, the shine, the texture. Fast forward a few weeks later, experts confirm what he's holding isn't just a regular dime. It's a rare minting error, a 1 in a billion mistake that skyrockets its value to $3.20 million. Now, stop for a second. How many times have you emptied your pockets without looking closely at what's inside? How many fortunes have been dropped into vending machines? Forgotten forever? Act 2. The mystery? Why this dime is worth millions? Here's where things get fascinating. The 1993 P-dime became a legend because of a minting anomaly, a rare double die error and a striking flaw that makes the details sharper, misaligned, and unique. Only a handful of such dimes were ever reported, and collectors went into a frenzy. Overnight, what was once 10 cents became $1 million masterpiece. But it's not just the coin's error, it's its story. Coins like these are fragments of American history. Each one carries the fingerprints of time, wars, recessions, the rise of the digital age. The 1993 dime sits at that turning point between the old analog world and the modern digital economy. And in a strange twist of fate, it's that transition that makes this tiny piece of metal so priceless. Think about it. One dime, smaller than your thumb, capable of buying a mansion, a fleet of cars, or paying off your children's education. Kinda makes you want to check your coin jar right now, doesn't it? ACT3. The urgency. Your turn to find $1 million dime. Now here's the truth that sends chills down every collector's spine. Many of these valuable 1993 P dimes are still out there, hidden in plain sight. In drawers, old coffee cans, tucked away in forgotten wallets, maybe even inside your car's cup holder. And here's the twist, you don't have to be a coin expert to find one. You just need to start looking. Every great discovery begins with curiosity. Every fortune starts with a single glance. So before you spend your next dime, pause and flip it. Look for the P mint mark, the misaligned lettering, or the double strike, because that could be the moment everything changes. Imagine waking up tomorrow holding a coin you found in your own house and realizing you're holding $3.2 million in your hand. What would you do first? Buy your dream home? Travel the world? Or just smile, knowing you turned 10 cents into a lifetime of freedom? Life has a funny way of hiding treasures where we least expect them. And sometimes the path to wealth isn't in Wall Street or Silicon Valley. It's right in your pocket. So go check your coins right now, because the next millionaire story might just start with you. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into your pocket for spare change, and realizing the coin you almost dropped into a vending machine could make you a millionaire overnight. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you a tiny piece of American history, a 1997 Roosevelt dime, has been valued at over $3.2 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A single dime, just 10 cents, that could transform your entire life. Welcome to the incredible world of rare coins, where everyday pocket change can carry unimaginable fortune. In this video, I'll uncover how one small coin minted in Denver became one of the most talked about treasures in modern US coin history. And if you think you don't have a coin like this, wait until you hear what makes it so special. Because by the end, you might just find yourself rushing to check your coin jar, your drawers, even your car's cup holder. Let's dive right in. Act 1, the mystery begins. It all started in 1997, the year of Beanie Babies, flip phones, and gas under $1.25. The U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of Roosevelt dimes that year. Most were perfectly ordinary, but somewhere between the steel presses and the coin bags, a few extraordinary dimes slipped through. A flaw, a minting error, a slight shift in metal composition, and that's where everything changed. Collectors call these ghost errors. Coins that look almost normal but hide microscopic details that set them apart from all others. The kind of details that make experts pause, magnify, and whisper, "This could be the one." Now, here's where it gets exciting. One of those 1997 dimes resurfaced in a private collection years later, untouched, uncirculated, and gleaming with a subtle but powerful mystery. When it hit the auction block, it shocked everyone. Bidders went wild. Prices climbed higher and higher, until the hammer finally dropped at $3.2 million. 10 cents turned into a fortune. A life-changing discovery. Pattern interrupt? Quick question, let me ask you this. When's the last time you actually looked at your change? I mean, really looked at it. Most people rush through life tossing coins aside, never realizing one could hold the key to a financial breakthrough. Funny, right? We all chase wealth in the digital world, yet sometimes the treasure is jingling right in our pocket. Act 2, the science and secret behind it. So, what makes this coin so valuable? It's not just luck. It's a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and historical timing. Experts believe the million-dollar versions of the 1997 dime were struck on experimental planchets. That's the blank metal disc used to make coins, possibly intended for a different denomination or testing alloyed. In simple words, a production mix-up created a rare hybrid dime, one that wasn't supposed to exist. Think of it like a secret prototype, one the mint never planned to release. And that's what collectors go crazy for. Scarcity creates value. Now combine that with pristine condition. No scratches, no wear, flawless shine, and you have the recipe for a record-breaking piece of history. A dime that rewrites what's possible. Emotional trigger, the dream of discovery. Just imagine you, holding that tiny silver disc under your kitchen light, realizing it could be worth more than a house. The thought alone can make your heart race. And what if I told you even coins that aren't worth millions could still fetch hundreds or thousands? That's why coin collectors across America are digging through old jars, glove compartments, and dusty piggy banks. They're not just collecting coins. They're collecting stories, hope, and legacy. Now, here's where the story turns personal. If you're watching this video, maybe you've wondered how to start. Maybe you're living in the US, surrounded by loose change you've ignored for years. That could change tonight, because right now, rare coin buyers are offering record prices for hidden gems. And yours could be next. So here's what to do after this video. Take a small magnifying glass, gather your coins, and start inspecting. Look for the mint mark, the tiny D just beside Roosevelt's torch. Check the edges, the shine, the alignment. If something looks off, don't dismiss it. That imperfection might just be perfection in disguise. And don't stop there. Research. Join collector forums. Visit your local coin shop. Who knows, the next time you're handed change at a grocery store, you might be holding the key to your own fortune. Cliffhanger, ending with suspense, but before you rush off, here's the twist. Rumor has it, another 1997 D-era dime has just surfaced, and experts are whispering it could break the previous record. Is it real? Is it sitting in someone's wallet right now? The truth will shock the entire collector world, so stay tuned, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because the next millionaire could be you, all because of a 10-cent coin. Remember, every fortune begins with curiosity, and sometimes the smallest treasures carry the biggest stories. Have you ever picked up a dime so ordinary, so common, that you didn't even think twice about it, only to realize later that it could have changed your life forever? Imagine this. A tiny 10-cent coin from 1966, sitting quietly in your drawer or coin jar, secretly worth over $3.1 million today. That's not just pocket change. That's a life-changing discovery hiding in plain sight. Let's dive deep into the story of the 1966 US dime. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. Act 1. The hook, the hidden fortune in plain sight. Picture this. You're at a gas station buying coffee, and the cashier hands you a handful of change. You toss it in your pocket. Later, you get home, empty your pockets on the counter, and there it is. A 1966 dime. You think, it's just a dime. But what if that little silver disc could be the ticket to your financial freedom? The US Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes in 1966. Most are worth exactly 10 cents. But a few, just a handful, escaped into circulation with rare minting errors, misstrikes, and silver compositions that should never have existed in the modern coinage era. And those are the ones that collectors today are paying millions for. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, a dime worth millions? Is this even real? Oh, it's very real, and we're about to break down how a coin from your grandparents' era became one of the rarest treasures of the modern age. Act 2. The mystery, what makes the 1966 dime so valuable. Let's rewind history for a moment. The year is 1966. The United States is phasing out silver from circulation coins due to rising silver prices. The Mint is experimenting with new metal compositions, copper-nickel-clad designs, to keep costs down. But in the chaos of transition, mistakes happened. Some 1966 dimes were struck on leftover silver planchets, blanks meant for earlier coins. Others bore faint minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or reeded edges with unusual patterns. These tiny details make all the difference between a 10-cent coin and a millionaire's dream. Point 1. Recently discovered 1966 dime sold for over $3.1 million at a private auction because of its composition and pristine condition. It's what collectors call a transitional error, a rare moment where history and human error collided to create something extraordinary. But here's where it gets interesting. These coins are still out there, hidden in jars, drawers, wallets, maybe even your car's cup holder. And the people who find them, ordinary individuals, students, retirees, everyday Americans, turning old change into fortune overnight. Act 3. The awakening. Could you be the next millionaire? Now, I want you to pause for a moment. Go grab your old coin jar. Yes, that one collecting dust in the kitchen or the closet. Take a closer look. Do you see a 1966 dime? Don't rush past it this time. Because somewhere out there, someone is holding a fortune and doesn't even know it. This is where excitement meets urgency. Rare coins like the 1966 dime are vanishing from circulation fast as collectors sweep them up. Every month, the odds of finding one drop, and every year their market value climbs higher. Today it's 3.1 million. Who knows what it'll be tomorrow? Funny thought. How many times have you said, if I just had $1 million, while tossing your change in a jar? Maybe, just maybe, you already do. So here's what you need to do next. Start by checking your coins. Learn how to spot silver edges. Look for minting errors or odd color tones. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's zoom. Research the signs of a valuable coin, because one small detail could change everything. And if you find something unusual, don't just assume it's nothing. Get it appraised. Reach out to professional coin dealers or collectors. The difference between knowing and guessing could be worth millions. The final cliffhanger, so here's the question I'll leave you with tonight. Somewhere out there, someone is holding a 1966 dime right now, and they have no idea it's worth a mansion, a dream car, maybe even their entire retirement. Could that someone be you? Don't let that thought slip away, because fortune doesn't knock twice. It jingles softly in your pocket, waiting for you to listen. This is not just a story about a coin. It's a story about awareness, luck, and the hidden value of what we overlook every day. So go ahead. Check your change. You might just be holding your millionaire moment. Because sometimes, the smallest things carry the biggest fortune.